Hey VC, what's up? It's me, Roger, back with another video. Cheers to you all. Back down here in the studio. The camera in my monitor is better than my laptop, and the music situation is better. Speaking of which, in the background we're listening to an old CD. Had this forever since it came out. This is Bill Laswell with Laraji. It's part of the series of CDs. I think there's at least 4 of them that I have, called Divination. And the subtitle of this is Sacrifice. So yeah, Bill Laswell, the great bass player, producer, and then Laraji playing electric zither from 1998 on, what is this, Meta Records. Yeah. I was way into Bill Laswell for a long time, and he's made a ton of records. Anyway, wanted to come on and show some stuff. First of all, got some VCLT from the one and only DJ Trish. Trish, hey Trish, thank you so much. Just so cool how she makes these mixes and sends them out to folks in the VC. And if you're lucky, you get some other cool stuff. I got this nice note. Sorry, I pre-opened it. Actually listened to some of this already. Yeah, she said, perhaps one day you and your wife will visit the Jersey Shore and we can meet up for burgers and beers. That sounds like a lot of fun, Trish. Maybe, who knows? Yes, because she sent me this Jersey Shore Vacation magazine. Looks wonderful. Used to live by the ocean when I lived in Boston. Now I live surrounded by rivers. She sent me this cool sticker. What does it say? Captain Finn Company? Cool. I like stickers. And then her patented mixed CDs. You know, Global Grooving. Which has all kinds of world stuff, but also yes, Computer World by Kraftwerk. Yeah, so much fun. And then July Jams, 2015. Again, just, you know, I think I have eclectic tastes. Trish's taste is all over the place. Really, I'm honored to be one of the VC people who gets these packages from Trish, and I've got quite a collection of mixtapes. So I'm honored. Thank you, Trish. Excuse me. A little tickle in my throat. So, I don't really do cassettes, but this guy contacted me through my blog. I used to write pretty seriously on my blog a couple years ago, and I've had a blog since 2006, and I'll leave a link below if you want to look at it. I've kind of neglected the blog pretty much ever since my nephew built this studio. It's way more fun to play music than try to write about it. That's my experience anyway. So, but I'm trying to not totally lose the thread with the writing thing. Whatever. Anyway, so he contacted me through my blog and sent me this cassette of his group. This is Padang Food Tigers is the name of the group, and the name of the cassette is Running My Habits Clean. It's part of this series on Pathetic Records, so I guess if you get all of the cassettes, they line up and make this big image. Yeah, so this guy's also an editor at Record Collector, UK magazine. Great long-running, I think the longest-running UK monthly music magazine. There's nothing like this in the U.S. And there's all kinds of great music magazines in Britain. There's this and Mojo come to mind, The Wire for really interesting kind of off the beaten track music. Really expensive in the U.S. But you know, in Britain, I'm kind of into photography. There's these great British photography magazines. Again, there's nothing like it in the U.S. You know, there's hardly any ads, and they're all for like record stores and record fairs, and just really long, detailed articles about all kinds of stuff. Really well written and well researched. And you know, I guess Wax Poetics maybe comes the closest in the U.S., but it's kind of a niche, specialized thing. I mean, at least there's that. You know, but yeah. There's something cool cooking with Record Collector, but I can't really talk about that. But he sent me this cassette of his band, and I wrote about it on my blog this past week. And it's really cool, and especially I kind of linked it to that Electric Eden book I just finished about the UK psych folk scene, and because there's, you know, it's all acoustic. And so there's guitars and banjos and harmonicas, no vocals, instrumental. And so while it doesn't really sound like folk music, those strains, you know, I hear them really clearly, or maybe I'm just over-affected from reading that book. So that was kind of the tack I took on my blog. Anyway, it's really nice stuff. It's a short EP, about 20 minutes. They'd done some vinyl previously, they've been around a little while, but it's all out of print, hard to find now. Yeah, Padang Food Tigers. Check them out. I really enjoyed this a lot. So, in my last video, I forgot to show this. I picked this up at the Groove when I was up in East Nashville, and this is so great. Colin Medicine Horse showed this in a video recently, and some folks have shown it on Facebook pages, and I saw this in Denver when I was there. I hadn't seen it locally. I saw it in Denver, but it weighs a ton. I did not want to bring it back with me on the plane. So when I saw it at the Groove, I snagged it. And so anyways, Native North America, Volume 1, Light in the Attic. It came out last December. The first pressing sold out immediately. This is the second pressing. And so what this is, Volume 1 concentrates on Aboriginal folk, rock, and country, 1966-1985. Basically, northern part of North America, so Canada, Alaska, Arctic areas. It's so cool. Light in the Attic does such a good job. I mean, this thing weighs a ton, and it's so well done. The slipcase, you know, it's like they used to do in the 50s. It's substantial, you know, and all the records are in these beautiful, nice, matte, heavy-duty jackets. And there's 3 LPs of, you know, this incredibly rare music made by, you know, Native Americans. Great booklet with lots of record collector geek stuff like the labels. Light in the Attic kind of uses the Sweet Smoke label for this. Great essays about, you know, all these obscure people. Some reproductions of the record art. I mean, he spent 10 years apparently going all over, you know, Canada looking for this stuff. And here's the hype sticker. Volume 2 is going to be concentrating on the lower 48 and Mexico. I can't wait. I mean, this is just so lovingly put together. The packaging, pressing, you know, unless you live in Canada, you know, you're never going to find this stuff. And even then, you know, he traveled all the way up to like near the Arctic Circle to discover this incredible band, Sucklook, I think they're called, that played, you know, psychedelic rock music up around the North Pole in the late 60s. just really, really, really cool. I mean, I don't know how they do it for such a cheap price. I mean, on the website you can get this for $33. I paid a little more than that at the record store, and it still felt like a bargain. Highly, highly, highly recommended. I mean, yeah, great. Yeah. I'm really glad to have that. Wife loved it too. Really moving performances. Really, really great. Here's another great record, just came out. Locrian is the name of the band, and the name of the record is Infinite Dissolution. This is their second Relapse record, but they've been around for a long time, like 10, 15 years. They made a lot of like cassettes and CDRs and split 7 inches and stuff. I pre-ordered this and got the t-shirt. I thought the t-shirt was pretty cool. You know. This is awesome. I really don't know what to say. You know, so much music can be really derivative. You know, their influences can be instantly recognized. I pre-ordered the silver anniversary, Relapse's 25th anniversary. They're doing these silver things. Yeah, so, you know, not everybody's going to get into this. Heavy, some black metal, kind of shrieking vocals, but they're mixed way back with the instruments. Lots of power electronics. They're sponsored by Moog Instruments. There's lots of dark synthesizer stuff happening. But to me, this sounds sui generis. Like, yeah, they're influenced by things, but they don't sound like anything I've ever heard. I mean, not that I'm any expert on sort of extreme metal stuff, but man, this is their last record on Relapse, Return to Annihilation. I showed that back when I first joined the VC. It's also great, but this is even better. It's almost accessible. Like if you're open to dark, heavy metal, noise, post rock. Yeah, from Chicago, recorded an electrical recording again. Sounds incredible. Yeah, Locrian. I dig it so much. Alright, I'm babbling. Got this in the mail recently. This is Yuznia's first self-titled record. I'd shown this. This is the first pressing, which was just one disc with a download for the rest of it. They're now a Relapse, and I guess they decided to do it properly and do a 2 LP set. You know, so 4 long songs. I really dig these guys. You know, for a bunch of kids, again. This is on Orca Wolf. I think it originally came out in 2014. You know, sludgy stoner doom stuff with some psychedelic touches, some death metal kind of vocals and blast beats at times, kind of like a space rock, ambient touches, really all over the place. Really, again, like I feel like in the metal scene, there's just so much creativity. You know, I think in a lot of other genres I can think of are a little more closed. I don't know what I'm saying. I dig that a lot. Found this digging in my collection, actually. I've had this for a long time. But I saw the Carm showed it in a video, and I thought, oh, I have that record somewhere. Spontaneous Composition by Rich Corpolongo, Doug Lostrom, and Paul Wertico. Paul Wertico, of course, went on to play with Pat Metheny Group. Still does, I guess. This is a private press thing on Spoko Records from 1981. This was given to me by my friend Scott, who didn't have a turntable, and it was still sealed, and I don't know why I never opened it. Anyway, I opened it up and played it. It's great record. Kind of free and avant in places, kind of more of a jazz rock thing. They even do like kind of Dixieland thing at the end, which I didn't really care for a lot, but yeah, really Really cool. Thanks, Carm, for reminding me that I had this record. Really excellent. Not a lot of digging. There's a whole row of thrift stores on this road in Nashville that I'd never really checked out. And I keep hearing about people going to the thrift store. Hey, I found this for $1. I found, this great record. So I thought I'd check them out, and it was a bust. I'd find a really great jacket, but no record, or a really great jacket but no sleeve. The record's completely just utterly trashed. It's one thing to clean a record, but if it's been just destroyed, there's no point. So that was kind of a bummer. But I went to a couple record stores. I found a couple things. This was the real find. The Amazing Blondell, Fantasia Lindum on Island from, when is this from? 1970 something. I think it's their second album. Yeah, again on that UK folk rock trip. First side is this whole like sweet, and these guys are way more like, they write their own songs, but they play lutes and thoroughbows and shawms, and it's in that like historical performance bag. So like side one is like totally in that kind of pseudo Elizabethan sort of thing, but it's good. I like it. It's a little bit twee, but I like it. Second side is a little more original sounding to me. I don't know. I dig it. It's not in the greatest condition, but I was pretty stoked to find it. Amazing Blondell. And a Gentle Giant record I didn't have. A later one, Civilian, on Columbia from 1980. Not their finest moment, but they still sound like Gentle Giant. The production has changed a little bit, but it's still, prog. Yeah, I dig Gentle Giant a lot. Found this, Bolacete. I don't know how to say his name. This guy. Name of the album is Ocean. Also known as Solo Guitar Volume 1 on Tacoma, which was John Fahey's label. Wow, this is great. Brazilian guitarist, solo guitar. I guess he had a career as like a kind of straight ahead jazz guy, but this is way more in that sort of folky finger picking and slide, but Brazilian. Really excellent. Really psyched to find that. I love the Tacoma label in general. Speaking of labels that I generally like, I picked this up, David Schnitter, Thundering on Muse from 1979. Look at that rhythm section. Kenny Barron, Cecil McBee, and Billy Hart. Ted Dunbar on guitar, and Guilherme Franco playing congas and percussion. It looked cool. I love the label. It's a little more straight ahead than I was hoping for. He's got a big, kind of old-fashioned, breathy, vibrato-y kind of tone. Does a nice version of Stardust. But it doesn't really, I don't know. It's a little straight ahead for my taste. But, Cecil McBee, Muse, I'll keep it. Here's an oldie but a goodie. I couldn't really turn it down. John Scofield's Electric Outlet. This is a German pressing on Gramavision from 1984. Really super clean. It was cheap. Have had this on CD. I think I got rid of it actually. But an 80s fusion record with Steve Jordan on drums, David Sanborn on alto, who I normally kind of disparage, but he actually sounds pretty good here. Ray Anderson on trombone. I got that Ray Anderson record on Moores. My last video. Peter Levin on synthesizer, who I kind of met when I was back a little kid. He's Tony Levin's brother. Tony Levin, the great bass player, played with Peter Gabriel and King Crimson and all that. Peter Levin, keyboard player, used to hang out at Don Elliott's studio. So yeah, nice clean German pressing of that. Oh, this video's going on long. A couple more of those kind of obscure, kind of new agey, private press jazz things that I can find at this place. And it's hard for me to pass them up. Here's Wayne Johnson Trio, Grasshopper, on ITI Records from 1983. Guitar, bass, and drums, very much in a Pat Metheny group kind of bag, circa 1978, 79. Some killer guitar playing, but he's got Pat's sound down with the delay and the reverb and the strummy, open, kind of Americana sounding chords and stuff. A little derivative, but great playing, very enjoyable. I thought, a couple bucks off the beaten path. This just looked cool, and it kind of is. Thilo von Westerhagen and Band, Pleasureland. I think it's on Lifestyle. It's kind of a new age jazz label from 1984. I think licensed from WAP Records, WAP Records in Germany. So yeah, German fusion. Again, kind of in that Pat Metheny group bag. Some killer guitar playing on here that's not in a Pat Metheny bag at all. Much more like biting and distorted, and again, another like $2 fusion record. Very enjoyable. Nice cover. I like that cover. And finally, this one, which was a little disappointing, but I'm not sure if we're going to keep it. Recoil, Pardon My Fantasy, Pasa, USA Pasa, another kind of new age jazz label from 1981. Again, very much in that Pat Metheny group bag, which is fine. I love Pat Metheny. Those records have kind of played them out, so it's kind of nice to hear something along those lines, but not those records, if you know what I mean. This is nice, a little cheesy. Pat Coyle's the main guy, plays Oberheim polyphonic, Rhodes acoustic piano, so there's some nice fusion-y things going on here. I don't know, I need to listen to it again. These last few records are the kind of thing that, I think of Carm when I see them. I think, I'm going to bring that home and listen to it. Recoil, yeah. I don't know about that cover, really don't. Alright. That's it. Some cool stuff, some, maybe not so exciting stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.